Welcome to Farming Simulator 25 here on the PS5, and today we're at Moss Valley Farm. I've had this going for quite a while, to be fair. Should tell me how many hours I've done, I don't know, but anyway, just a little sort of update what I've done on the farm. Harvest is over, got all my bales stored in that shed over there. Got a little farm shop here, which is just drop this off like this. There we are. Also got a little grain mill here. I'm going to do just quickly jump out. So obviously I've got my main sort of grain silo here, which I've stored most of my grain. I've also took a bit of the grain and popped it in a grain mill to make flour. So all we do is sell this at the farm shop. Don't even have to travel anywhere. Just made £2 on that pallet alone. Easy money. Definitely worth getting these selling points and production chains on the go. Quickly go into construction mode. So, as I mentioned a while ago, I've got a mushroom sort of greenhouse on the go, and a large greenhouse on the go as well. Definitely worth having, especially during the winter months. I've also got like a mini dairy here as well, which I transport the milk from the cows here, literally here. It's all self-contained pretty much, this farm, I love it. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So we'll collect the last of the produce. After this, I'm going to start cultivating or disking these fields for the next sort of harvest. I sort of planned what I'm going to do. I reckon this field with a windmill, I want to grow some potatoes. I don't want too big of a field, but I think this is the smallest one I've got here, so I might do that. And then this one will be some sort of cereal crop, I don't know yet, probably barley, I don't know. And then my field, if I just go to construction mode, this field just here, this huge one, possibly oat. So that'll give me enough time. If you look at the crop calendar, oat is planted in March, I believe. Yeah, March. So it's quite a tight turnaround for me from September to October on this game to get 2 fields prepped, as well as look after my animals and all that sort of good stuff as well. Um, Potatoes, I believe, is pretty much the same time. Yeah, March, the planting season. So yeah, I think barley. See what the crop. Good thing to do here, guys, is check out these prices. Right, so obviously barley is harvested pretty much in August to September sort of time, and as long as you don't sell the grain straight away, i.e., you sell it in December, you get a lot more profit for it. So in fact, I might actually do rapeseed because in November, I'm guessing that's per trailer. I don't know. I have no idea. Per I don't know what litre it is. It doesn't really say. But I'll get for each bit over £3 grand. So that's definitely worth doing. Probably rapeseed, I reckon. Oats, yes, definitely oats in March. 100% going to drill that. Potatoes. See, potatoes haven't got much for a profit, to be honest. Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's a tough one. Mind you, see, soybeans, I think, mm, yeah, it's quite tricky, this. Not tricky, but sunflowers would be a good one. because you get a lot of profit with that. Wheat, yeah, same as pretty much barley, really. So I'm either thinking, right, the big field at the back of my farm, definitely oat. The one with the windmill, I'll definitely do either soybeans. Yeah, I do soybeans actually. And then in the field just here, I'll probably do sunflowers possibly. Nah, it's too big of a field for that, to be honest. Yeah, definitely soybeans, because look at that. So, harvest of soybeans is May. Okay, right. And when do I need to plant that? April to May. Oh, sorry, no, I'm talking rubbish. Apologies. All right. So that's a bit tricky because the harvest season is October to November. So I'm gonna have to keep all those beans stored in my grain silo till June to get that 5,595. Um, so, sorry, yeah, I'll probably not do that then. Hmm. Yeah, what about corn? Let's look at corn. See, yeah, I mean, that seems to have gone down in price. But I'll have to keep an eye on the crop calendar, but anyway, let's crack on. So, guys, yeah, of course, if you like what we, excuse me, like what you see, um, give me a follow and a like, greatly appreciated. I am pretty much active on TikTok with FS25. Been playing it since it came out, pretty much, and been playing Farming Simulator since well, FS17. Going back a long time. So I've got a little mod here where I can actually lift these pallets. Saves I have to use a forklift truck all the time because it can be quite painstaking. But if you want to add to the realism, by all means, go ahead and get yourself a telehandler or a forklift to do this. Well, I'm just lazy, just can't be bothered. So, thinking about getting another tractor, guys. What do you reckon? So I've got a John Deere and I've got a I've got a Fendt Vario and a John Deere 6R 250. Not bad tractor at all. So yeah, thinking I've got a fair bit of money saved up. I reckon sort of Spain with New Holland, or maybe even Class. I don't know decisions, guys. What do you reckon? Right, that is that. So now we're going to start the cultivating side of things. So I do have two cultivators actually, to be honest. In fact, tell you what, I'm going to do that. So I'll use a worker to cultivate one field whilst I'm cultivating another. Get this done a lot quicker. Which means I'm going to have to head to the farm shop to get a cultivator. Fairly big one, I reckon. So let's head there now. First, let's have a look. Cultivator. Cultivation, fairly good. What's that? 7.5 meters in width. Okay. That's too much money. I'll go with this. Can't go wrong with one of these. 2 of these now. So, let's head there. Yeah, guys, if you're struggling, especially with the new players on here, if you're struggling with, you know, certain things, or you're not sure what on earth you do, you know, in terms of prepping a field and stuff like that, and you know, especially with this precision farming that's come out as well, it's pretty. You've got to know your stuff really. But for those that are just starting out, you're probably like a deer in headlights. I get that. I was like that when I first started out. There is an online manual that Giant have released, but it's way quicker to go on YouTube and just watch some videos on there. Maybe, I don't know. Entirely up to you guys. But yeah, if you're still struggling with certain things, you know, how to earn money quickly, and you know, whatever it may be, just DM me or comment below this video, and I'll try and help you out. That's what I'm here for. Not just to, you know, show these videos what I do on this farm, but I like to help fellow virtual farmers on here, or real farmers on here, because there's quite a few of my mates that play who are farmers as well. So yeah, I mean, even Caleb Cooper plays on this as well. So yeah, I like to help out you guys. That's what I say. So, luckily I've got 2 tractors, which means kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So this is a good way. If you can afford it, do it. But set up 2 tractors with cultivators on the back, or disc carriers, or whatever it may be, and the sort of depth of cultivation, and obviously get your AI worker to do one field and you do the other. Because end of a harvest, you like, you know, end of August, early September, right? You've got from September to October to prep the fields, you know, fertiliser, you know, lime if need be, that sort of thing. Roll the field after cultivating, you know, all that sort of stuff. It all adds to the final yield of your crop. So I find that it's a good way to have, you know, 2 tractors on the go pretty much. So let's start. This one could be my AI person. So hold down circle, AI worker. Yeah, 2 headlands is enough. Worker headlands, start with headland, okay. Is he going to do it? Ah. I think he is. Go on, lad. I don't trust these AI workers, they're not the best. There he goes. There we are. Off he goes. Right. Get the fence going. Ooh. I love this, one of my favourite tractors this at the moment. Pretty Gucci. Very powerful and lots of horsepower, and a top speed of 41 miles an hour. It's pretty nippy. My other cultivator is yeah. Tight. Oh, watch out, cow. Oh dear. Squish his head. Oh dear. There we are. Right. Let's go. So I'm going to do this off camera pretty much, guys. Just to do. Oops. Well, cool. Yeah, I don't mess around with the prepping the fields. Just get it all smashed out, and you can spend the rest of the time look after the rest of the farm, whether it may be animals or your greenhouses or whatever it may be. Also worth doing contracts if you're short of cash. Definitely worth doing. You don't have to do the actual farming itself. You can get an AI worker to do it for you. However, they'll take a bit of money off you, in terms of payment. But if you've got like a contract that's going to take physically, human time, 3 hours, it might be worth just getting an AI worker and just focus on the rest of your stuff. I don't know, tell up to you guys. The world's your oyster in this game. That's why I love it. It's just you can get lost in this game. I always like to chill, drinking a bottle of Hawkston whilst doing this, some music on in the background. Very chilled, especially after a busy day at work. It's really nice and therapeutic, I find. So, yes, I think that is pretty much it, guys. I'm going to do some more videos on Moss Valley. I will do some more on Lady Hill, and later on, probably not anytime soon, but show you Oak Bridge Farm, what I've done so far. Not much really, I've just finished the harvest on that, to be honest, so that can wait. But it's going to do a series of videos on Moss Valley because A, it's my favourite map of this, UK map of this game, and B, I've got off to a really good start. Bought an extra field, did a harvest of that field, which turned out to be a good yield, really good yield of oat. So the previous farmer to that field, did a good job of it. So yeah, all I can say is you start out as a new farmer, do your harvest, get that smashed and out of the way, but don't sell all your grain and all your bales straight away. Save some for the winter months. I'll show you why. I'll probably explain this in my previous video, but you'll find things like barley or wheat, if you were to sell it in September, you're going to get probably, I don't know, 1,200 maybe for that. However, if you sell it in December, you're going to get, a profit of 1,728. So it's at peak demand. It'll be the same with straw as well. So hang on to your grain and straw, because it'll save you in the long run, especially in the winter months when there's not much sort of farming going off really in terms of field prep, because it's already done. So you've only got to really focus on what I do is greenhouses, absolute godsend in my opinion. Easy produce, all you have to do is just add water, it's that easy. There's a little trick as well, I forgot to mention with water. Yes, you can get a water tank, but you're paying for that water. If you go down the road just over there is a little sort of, a large pond which you get free water using, your water tanker, what we call it, that thing, yeah. So that's a little hint or a little tip for you guys. You get free water by taking it from either a river or a lake or a pond. Just drive up, reverse it into the water slightly, and it should be able to take up water. So there you go. Yeah, so greenhouses definitely is a must for winter. Obviously, you still got contracts, animals as well. If you're starting out as a new farmer, don't get them straight away. If you do, just focus on like the easy ones, like chickens. All they need is just, wheat seeds, pretty much, to sort of live on. Very easy to look after. Produce eggs fairly quickly, which also can sell. Get a fair bit of money for them. Cows can take a bit of looking after because you've got to lay the straw bed down. You've got to also feed them TMR, total milk ration, or silage, whatever it may be. But they do produce both milk and slurry and manure as well. I've purely got dairy cows in this game. So yeah, bees as well, but they're only for the sort of summer months, so they won't produce honey in the winter, I'm afraid. Grass harvest as well, that's an all year round thing, and there's so much you can do with grass. You know, you can produce grass bales to sell, or you can produce silage, which then you can cover to ferment that into silage. So I mean, where's that today? Yeah. So the grass, you cover it up, which ferments and produces silage, which you can feed the animals or sell it itself. Yeah, grass is a wonderful thing. It does take a lot of time to sort of harvest it, you know. You've also got to cut it, you've then got to dry it out, you've then got to wind rake it into rows for baling or for forage harvesting. You know, entirely up to you what you want to do with the grass. But it is a very easy crop to, what's the word? To, you know what I mean, prepare or harvest. Got an OCD, don't like missing things. Yeah. Well, that took a while. That's only one headland done. I've got another one to do, yeah. It's this huge field. But no, just great guys, honestly. Love this game. And this track's an absolute beast. Fence Vario 942. Absolute machine. Yeah, love it. Just love how detailed the cabin is. It's brilliant. I love it. Yeah, it's really well done. This is a mod as well, so you can sort of open the windows like this, the sunroof. Also the door as well. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And also a great thing about the, you know, there's an update that came out where you can add tramlines to fields. Once you've added the tramlines to fields, it permanently stays. You don't have to keep re-adding it or anything like that. So it's nice and easy. All you do is just drill whatever crop it is into the field, roll it, and then that's it till the harvest pretty much. So you have to do the tramline side of things, which is very handy indeed. That's the sole purpose that is to try and get a tractor down there for, like, you know, spraying or whatever, liquid fertilizer. That's the whole purpose of the tram lines. But it does look cool. I love a good field with tram lines. Yeah, there's nothing more beautiful than to, especially like on a summer's day, just as the sun's sort of setting, that golden glow of like wheat or barley, you know, a huge field right in front of you, and it's just bliss. It really is. Right guys, I think I'm leaving it at that, because A, I've rambled on too much, and B, I find this is the boring part of the field prep, is doing this. But yeah, until then guys, I'll do another video shortly in the next few days. Until then, that's all for now.